Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You join us for this match between Pakistan and Pakistan. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me in the commentary position is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the dashing David Gower.
Thanks, others. It's great to be here, and I'm sure we're in for a fantastic match. I've been down pitch side to look at the conditions. And tactically, bowling first seems like the right move. The pitch is really set up for the bowlers, and runs will be hard to come by. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Brilliant work there from David Gower. Captains are ready for the toss. Let's join them in the middle. Afridi has the privilege of bowling with the new ball. The umpires have signalled that they're ready. Let's get this game underway.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Pads that away.
No!
Bowler is confident on this one.
Hey, nice.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
In the air.
Yep.
Looks to be landing safely.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Wait!
Brilliant diving stop.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Catch it!
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
They got it over the top, had pretty good control, and 1 bounce over the rope.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Catch!
Perfect technique and placement.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs. A few moves made in the field.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Azam shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
End of the over. 13 runs coming from it. Pakistan are 13 for none. Akhtar, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Edged. Loud appeal. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Brilliant shot, that.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Jafta has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yes.
There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Catch. Yep.
Caught.
Yeah!
What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Pads that one.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
7 runs added there. Pakistan are 20 for 1. A freebie from the grandstand end.
Yep. Ballers.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Edged it.
Azam will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Well, that's a bit harsh, perhaps. I felt that it wasn't that wide.
Yep.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for 1.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Off the edge, could be 4.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Got hit to the boundary last ball and comes back with a dot.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. Pakistan are 32 for 1.
Yep.
Good catch. Out.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it'd be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
Akhtar comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Play.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Akhtar takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries. Drives and misses everything.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Bit of a wild delivery. I'd have been calling that wise, but, well, the umpire didn't agree with me.
That's the end of the over. 1 run coming from it. Pakistan are 33 for 2. Gull, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
No!
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly. A couple on offer here.
Good return, back from the deep. Akhtar gets off the mark.
Yeah.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
They'll push hard. Should get back for 2. Couldn't get it through the field.
Some adjustments to the field.
Nice bowling.
That's a great take. Needed a big stretch to prevent any runs.
End of the over. 9 off it. Pakistan are 42 for 2. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Yep. Yes.
Good work by the keeper. That wasn't the easiest of collects and saved some certain runs.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
No!
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Yeah.
Edge! What a ball!
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Bowling.
Nicer, slower delivery. Straight past the bat. Beauty of a ball.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. No!
Beautiful, slower delivery. That was just too good for them.
End of the over. 5 off it. Pakistan are 47 for 2. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
No!
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yeah.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
Yep. No!
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Ralph, ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Immediately underway with some runs.
5 runs in that over. Pakistan are 52 for 3. Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep. Yes.
Had to pull off the big dive to save some certain runs. Did it very well, did the keeper.
Yep.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
No!
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep. Bowling.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep. Nice bowling.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
No!
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting batters build any momentum. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Waiting. Yep. No!
Straight to the fielder.
Yep.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good, fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Yep.
Misjudged that throw and the batters survive what would have been a certain run out. Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Wait.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Gone! Brilliant in the field.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Thrust the pad at it.
They were wise to the run there. Excellent call. It was off the pad and they got through quickly.
End of the over, 6 off it. Pakistan are 64 for 4. The right armour is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Edge, unplayable. Caught first ball of the new over. What a disappointment.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Nice.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Big appeal.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Nawaz is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Nawaz shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Hey.
Not a
Yes,
great
nice
delivery
ball.
as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Wait.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Over. Pakistan are 67 for 6.
Yep. No, no, no. Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yep, yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Wait there. Yep, yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Oh! Yep. No!
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
No!
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Nicked it, but that's going all the way.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Some adjustments to the field.
Wait there.
Brilliant diving stop.
Didn't hit that well. Very late in playing the shot.
Wait on.
It was a nice looking shot. Full and in the slot. Just couldn't find the gap. little late on that. No runs scored.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
9 runs added there. Pakistan are 80 for 6.
Yep.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. No!
Could be gone if only they had hit.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Drives and misses everything.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Padding up to that.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Get that!
Nicely played.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
End of the over. 8 off it. Pakistan are 88 for 6. Akhtar back on now. Akhtar from the pavilion end. Misses everything.
Yes, nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Oh my word, fast reflexes and grabs it. Stunning catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard.
Yep.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield. Nicked it.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. Pakistan, 98 for 7. Malik is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the grandstand end.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done. Not quite sure what they were trying there. Got the line completely wrong, and the wide's been called.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
Taken! A really good one too.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yes.
Got that away nicely.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
End of the over, 4 off it. Pakistan are 102 for 9. Azam into the attack now from the pavilion end.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Catch!
Oh boy,
Yep.
that's really high. This might be gone. Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch. They've been bundled out for not many at all. The bowlers have done their job, just need the batting to finish it off. This total is well below par, and the openers are going to be looking to close this out quickly. The bowlers are going... and have to find someone to make up for the rest of the team's batting failures.
These two batters will have a lot of opportunities to score as the field comes in.
There'll be runs here. At least one and off.
Good runs,
Picked up
good
a
shot,
single.
first ball of the innings.
Pakistan away.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game.
See how they go
Will
today.
want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the
That one,
field.
simple as you like inside.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yeah.
Ease through
Great
the field.
shot.
There'll be
It's not going
runs
to beat
here.
the fielder.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
They'll get at
Ease
least
through the-
one. There'll be runs here.
Yep. Bowler.
6 runs added there. Pakistan are 6 for none. Going with pace now. Adams, the left-arm unorthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait there. No.
Field.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put. Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field.
Immaculate timing there.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen
They didn't
already,
pick it up.
it makes it very easy to score.
Yep.
7 runs added there. Pakistan are 13 for none. Jafta coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Pavilion end.
Some adjustments to the field. tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky not to chip it straight to the fielder.
Catch the edge.
Very quick out there,
Great
managing
fielding.
to stop
That
it
ball
and
was
preventing
flying.
4 runs.
Yep, yep.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and guided nicely down towards third.
Yup.
Edge! What a ball! Collects that on, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge.
Crucial to follow
It's
up
just
that
a
last
case of
delivery.
finding the same
Keep the
spot.
batter under pressure.
Yeah.
High,
That's
high,
mistimed.
high in the
It's
air.
gone
This
high.
should be an easy
Should be gone.
chance.
Quick ball, ball.
A couple on offer here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. 7 off it. Pakistan are 20 for none. Richie, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Yep.
Thrashed
Oh
away,
my,
what a
that's
shot.
racing away.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely.
Like to see
Azam,
the
I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep, yep. No.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward well
Exquisitely
and was
done on
able
the
to
front foot.
drive the
Gorgeous
ball. A
looking drive.
lovely shot and good running. Some changes made to the field here, going more aggressive.
Yeah.
Super shot.
timing there.
A brilliant throw-in from the
Back from
deep,
the
caps
deep.
off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
To be as well, probably closer than they expected.
Going with
Some
a more
changes
aggressive
made to the field
choice.
here, going more aggressive.
Yep, yep.
Picked that
Hit
well,
the gap.
and that's on its
Perfect
way to
timing.
the boundary.
Onto the front
You can't
foot
fault the
early,
bowling.
placed it
Sometimes
perfectly
your
into the
opponent-
gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Richie shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep. Keeper.
Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive.
Wait. Yep.
Out! What a catch!
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Oh, a ball.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Absolutely nailed it.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
The captain going with an aggressive field.
Yeah.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Beaten on the drive.
That's a great take. Needed a big stretch to prevent any runs.
Drives and misses everything.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
That's the over. Pakistan are 43. 3 for 1.
Some changes made to the field here, going more aggressive.
Ritchie from the grandstand end.
Bit of shape on the way through. Azam happy just to watch it go by.
Yeah.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Power and precision in that shot.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Wait.
Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Gull, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Yep. Bowler.
Easy does it. First ball and gets some runs.
Yep. Bowler.
Richie doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle. Nawaz has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Wait on.
Caught! And that's stopped.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yes. Keeper.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Out! Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
Another one gone. The 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Malik will be looking to make a strong start to their innings. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
No.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yeah.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. very full, spray the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Yeah, yeah.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here. Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Some changes made to the field here, going more aggressive.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
More decisive running may have gotten them two. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Brilliant diving stop.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Misses everything.
That spun a long way. Very, very lucky to miss it if I'm being totally honest.
Nicely played.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant. And that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Doesn't
Wait
beat
on.
the infield.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that. That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up. Punched away nicely to get off the mark.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep. No.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Really good shot there.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Fantastic catch.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Afridi won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. Gale, the spinner, coming into the attack. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yeah. No.
Our mix-up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
Yeah.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches it to the boundary.
Yeah. No.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Waiting.
Good cricket all round. A good delivery, timed well to the fielder.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot. There'll be one run here for them. End of the over. 5 off it. Pakistan are 102 for 6. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Yeah. Keepers.
And that marks the end of the match. Pakistan complete a decisive...
Extremely comfortable win, just so brilliant on so many levels. You cannot compete with that level of skill shown. It was a masterclass.
Well, that was a really one-sided contest. The result never looking in doubt at all. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you again soon.